Hi, I'm Nikki Gaps, and I think I just got demoted. Let's unpack that. I am grateful I still have my job, but I was pretty upset when my manager told me I had to go back to the task I absolutely hate doing. So I did it. I left. My desk, not my job. I'm not that risky, and I still need money. But I did get the motivation back to live a purposeful life again after a friend invited me to go sailing with her and her brother, and I got the opportunity to hear his story.
Earlier in 2025, when Trump and Elon were trying to downsize the U.S. government, there was a lot of people getting laid off. There's everywhere across all agencies. But where I worked was, we weren't exempt from that. It was like strategically and like mission critical. Regardless, though, they still wanted to downsize employees. So kind of everyone in our group was like, hey, if anyone wants to quit, you can. And we'll give you 6 months severance because Doge is trying to downsize everyone. And actually, that was offered twice. The first time, I was like, that's a scam, yo. I can't trust Elon to quit my job. He's going to pay me after. The second time it was offered, the first round of people were like, yep, it's not a scam. The second time it was offered, I really thought hard about it. I was like, is this career suicide? You know, this is my first big boy job. I'm finally making like money that I like. It took a while because I was working in the government. It takes a few years to get to a decent pay. And I was starting to really like it. Like, I liked my job a lot, actually, when I left. So it made it hard to leave, you know, because it wasn't bad. I didn't have any, like, gripes that made me like, yeah, finally, I'm out of here. So when I decided to leave, I just had to be, like, grateful. You know, all I could do is, like, thanks. This is a great time. I learned a lot. It's hard to leave. But, yeah, I quit not to sail. I really quit because I was like, this is just an opportunity. Like, when else am I going to get 6 months paid? And I was like, I don't know what I'll do with this yet, but I have a few ideas of what I could do, and let's just see what happens, you know? Let's take this leap and see what happens for the next 6 months.
First, it's the boat magazine.
Oh.
Letter from Leona.
Oh.
Also, this is the best one. I'm so proud of her. When I was home. Ta-da! I made them all trace their hand.
Wow.
Look.
High five to your Luke
And
Evie.
That's our dog. Look how big her
Emma,
hand
you
is.
made this?
I traced their
That's
hand.
not Amelia's hand. That's the same size as
Hair color
Miles's.
Thomas did that. Maybe Mom did that one. And we helped her with this one. We traced Evie's paw. She doesn't even struggle. Look, I don't know why Mom wrote that.
Wow, this is so sweet. Thank you. Wow, this is the best boat gift I've ever got. Whenever I'm feeling down or I'm feeling like we gotta muster a little something, high five, bang.
See, they're growing. Look at her hands, they're growing.
Evie's little platypus hand is the best. Little chihuahua.
Islander.
Beautiful.
Your water bottle?
No water bottle. Hey. Ahoy.
Morning.
Morning.
How you feeling today, Captain?
I'm surprised you guys are here. Wake up and it's different. But it's nice. It's nice. You know, day one, the grand experiment. Working on the boat, moving the boat. We're seeing what's possible, you know?
We're at the dinghy dock, apparently.
This is the dinghy dock. They're not that common, but sometimes marinas will have them.
So this is their laundry place, And then their bathrooms too.
I was rushing so much because I really thought I wanted to squeeze all this into 6 months. When I'm done being paid at the end of my 6-month severance, I want to get another job. But no, man, it took me months and months and months to look over every inch of the boat, to do all the repairs, to learn how to sail. I didn't know how to sail, but my buddy who was a sailor, you know, he was also kind of new to it, but he knew more than me. So he took me out with one other friend. The three of us went out on a 3-day sailing trip on this boat. So he was captaining my boat for me. I kind of just soaked up everything I could from him. And I was reading a book at the time. I read How to Sail for Dummies. It was pressure. It was pressure because I didn't want to feel like a failure, basically. I was like, if I don't get this boat ready to go and I don't leave before the 6 months, and I don't like, and this isn't like the dream experience that I thought it would be, then like I will have quit my job, left my home state, or left my friends, left everything I was building, left my relationship. I will have left all of this for nothing, you know? So I have to make this boat work. I have to have a good time. I have to have this be like so fruitful. So I was pushing myself to get it ready to go. Basically out of fear of failure. But along the way, what happened is like, that like motivation slowly morphed into more of like a positive thing. Because I was impressed. I was like, wow, like I'm learning so much. I'm pushing myself like day in and day out. Like I'm taking such ownership of this, and like I was proud of who I was, of the effort I was putting in. Because I've never worked this hard on anything, you know.
How's she holding that?
Yeah, what the hell?
What'd you put in it?
I'll take the jam out.
Baking soda?
Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Maybe the salty water will be good for your eyes.
Take your windshield out. This is locked here. Just hoisted the main,
I hoisted the main, bro. I hoisted the main. What'd you do?
All right. All right, I'm gonna turn the boat, tacking, and you can go ahead and release that line. Watch your fingers, Nikki. Careful. And let it out. Let it out, 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 let it out. Nice. So it comes out of those little jaws. And now it's unlocked, and you can take the right side and pull that. Like pull it towards you. Don't unlock it, but just tighten it until the boom. The boom is the thing above your head. Until that comes to the center line of the boat. Yeah, right about there. And then you can pull that other rope down to lock it back. And just make sure the one on your right is also locked down. Nice. Cool.
How'd we do?
I mean, Emma, you knew exactly what the Traveler was. I only had to say the horizontal thing. You got it. Nikki, you were dedicated. Dedicated. I was working as an engineer for the Army, a mechanical engineer, a civilian in the Army in New Jersey. And we were doing research and development for a variety of different like needs that the warfighter has. The warfighter, being a soldier, that as an engineer for the Army, the warfighter is our customer. We're trying to serve and bring them state-of-the-art everything. A lot of my life, I felt like I'm living a life that's handed to me. I was born into a religious community that my parents like were big into, so like kind of my values, what's important to me, that was handed to me. My friends, they're in the community, that's handed to me. So I guess I'm gonna go to like, I'll do this program that my peers are doing, that's handed to me. Like I'm going to college, that's like a track that's very cut and dry. I was so envious of my friends growing up that like didn't want to go to college. I was like, wow, they want to like do something off the beaten path. They want to like be entrepreneurs. They want to take a risk. I was like, I wish I could do that. Like I'm not brave enough to take a risk, yo. I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna get a normal job. And then yeah, early into college, the Army was like, hey, we'll pay for your schooling if you like come work for us after. I applied for this scholarship. It's a great scholarship, I won't lie. apply for the DoD Smart Scholarship because I'd heard about it through a friend. And basically, the deal is, we'll go to any college you want for as long as you want, and we'll pay for every year. We pay for you to go to school, and we'll give you $30K stipend on top of that. We'll pay for everything and put money in your pocket. Just after you graduate, you come work for us. We pay for 2 years of your school. You can work for us 2 years, 3 years, 3 years, 1-to-1 trade. Yeah, after a while, it's like, am I really me, or am I just like kind of what I've been exposed to? Like, I'm just a byproduct of, saying yes to all these different things that come across like my way. This is really very much the first time in my life where I feel like I'm stepping off of like the, Luke, you want to do this? Regardless of all that stuff that I felt like maybe I was living someone else's life, maybe I felt like I was trapped a little bit. I do feel like it prepared me for this though. I learned a lot of valuable skills as an engineer. I became very confident so confident that I was like, I'll buy a $5,000 sailboat with a bad engine and I'll fix it. Like, a little bit of arrogance in that confidence. I was a Boy Scout growing up, and that was so fun. But also, I learned hella knots, and I use those knots every day now. Specifically going to University of Maryland, they have a great electrical program in their mechanical program as well, and that prepared me to like install all these like systems and do all my own wiring and soldering and even growing up in that religious community, that's the way I know that one sailor guy. I'm gonna watch from outside. You have one here?
Oh yeah, that big is black.
Adam Sandler?
Right there where your iPad is, you could just flip it around.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
We'll be back for you. Is that the pet rooster? I think they're calling me.
No way. Hey, chickadee. Hola, pollo.
Oh, I think it's Spanish.
Ven acá. I'm going really deep. And quitters never win.
Hope that he gets to be like, oh.
Have a nice dinghy ride, guys.
Quitters never win. And we did it! What's the finish line? Woo! I wouldn't have enjoyed that.
Game.
We're not leaving this game.
Guys, look at my boat.
Look how they shine for you. And then things you do. Hey,
You bad guy! What you doing out here?
Remedy, we're here.
Sometimes I oversimplify my story. I say, I quit my job. I left New Jersey. I left my friends. I left my girl. I left my family, all for this stupid boat. This sucks because it's cold and the weather's bad, and I'm bleeding money from this repair I'm doing. But that's an oversimplification. Sometimes I have to remind myself, no, you left everything because you had an opportunity. And sailing happened to be something that you chose to do. It's not the boat's fault. You didn't pick this over something else. You said, I like my life in Jersey. I like everything I have. It's great, but I'm curious to see what else is out there. So out of that curiosity, Luke, you decided to say thank you to work, say thank you to your friends, say thank you as amicably as you could to your relationship, and see what else is out there for yourself. And this is a self-discovery journey, and it wasn't picking one thing over the other. It's not like this is a mistake. This is a learning experience. This is a experiment, really, is what I start to think. what happens if you take a 27-year-old who's a mechanical engineer out of school, who's doing well for himself, corporate, who has a regular ass life, who loves his life, and then you immediately pluck him out of that and boom, put him like in a boat in the ocean. You know, like what will happen to him? There's other paths to life. You know, you don't have to prioritize earning money or retiring, getting a house, finding the one to marry. Like you don't have to prioritize anything that you think is in front of you. You can look around and prioritize what you think would be cool. So I always thought it'd be cool to sail, and it's been hard. There's been some ego issues, you know. Now that I'm not an engineer, now that I'm all alone out here, now that I don't have income, now that I'm kind of a hobo. Like I am someone who I would have judged a year ago, you know. Like wow, this guy has nothing going for him. So sort of a regression, but you know, like maybe an internal progression at the same time. That's the goal. But yeah, I don't know. Most of the time I don't think much out here. I just am really present. Yeah. Wish I could do better by you, 'cause that's what you deserve. You sacrifice so much of your life in order for this to work. While I'm off chasing my own dreams, sailing around the world, please know that I'm yours to keep, my beautiful girl. When you cry, a piece of my heart dies, knowing that I may have been the cause. If you were to leave and fulfill someone else's dreams, I think I might totally be lost. But you don't ask for no diamond rings, no delicate strings of pearls. That's why I wrote the song to keep, my beautiful girl. Oh, 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 I wish I could do better by you, 'cause it's what you deserve. You sacrifice so much of your life in order for this to work. While I'm off chasing my own dreams, sailing around the world, please know that I'm yours to keep, my beautiful girl. Piece of my heart dies, knowing that I may have been the cause. If you were to leave, fulfill someone else's dreams, I think I might totally be lost. But you don't ask for